Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tronage, and today we're talking about Quad Box for the month of July 2018. I'm excited to see what's in here, and I know you are too, so stick around. Alright guys, so we got our quad box in for the month of July. I'm excited to get it cracked open, but first, little statistics that I've been, kind of putting in my videos. Only about 14% of you guys are actually subscribers to my channel. So if you're new to the channel, sit back, relax, and enjoy. But if you like what you see, click that subscribe button. It helps me out, lets me know I'm doing the right thing and I'm getting good content out to you guys. So we're gonna do a little bit of an unboxing, see what's inside here, and then we're going to do a little bit of a cost analysis to see is it worth it, and give you my thoughts on each of the items and how excited or not I am on them. So why don't you come on in? Let's get started. All right, so we got our quad box, got my X-Acto knife, and we got a seal. Let's see what's inside. Cut the seal. Nice clean cut. Flip it over. Fumble the box a little bit. All right, and let's see what we got. Wow, all right, let's dig in. Right off the bat, we got so what we got here, we have a 30% off of the Stingy 5 and 6 inch frames from xhover.com with a little coupon code. That's really awesome. Next, we got a multimeter. All right, this is huge, because Quad Box is really stepping it up with their tools, but we'll talk about this later, why I feel this is important. But the fact that there's a multimeter in this box, I'm a big fan. And another coupon code, it looks like I got 2 cards in my box, but it's the same coupon code. We got some stickers here. It's a lot of Stingy action, which is really cool. So apparently the rumors of this being a Stingy box were true. So there's a lot of Stingy action going on here. We got some ESCs, Maverick 30 amp. They're the BL Heli 32 version, which is really cool. I'm big on the BL Heli 32s. So we got 4 of those. Well, bam, happy about that. That's freaking awesome. And we got some props here. We got some HQ props. They are 5 by 4.5 by 3 in light blue. Those are be well used, so we got 3 packs of those. And we got this deal. What is this deal? Okay, so what we got here is this little gadgety thing. It's kind of cool, but I'm not sure why I like it, think it's cool. But anyway, it's got USB Type-C on one side, so you can plug that in. It's got a regular USB. It says Android. It's a regular USB, but it's also got the little USB, which you can kind of slide out with your fingernail and pull that out like that. So now you have the little micro USB, or micro. That's the micro USB for Android. And then it has a regular USB port here. And it also has a card reader here. So my guess is this, I don't know. I'm not sure what it is, but it's kind of cool. So I like that it's in here, but I'm not really sure what it is, but we'll talk about it later. Okay, and lastly, we have a shirt, which is clearly a Stinger Swarm shirt, but let's open it up anyway. There you go. Stinger Swarm shirt. Pretty freaking cool. Loving it. All right, so to recap, we got the shirt. We got the weird USB memory card reader thingy-mabobber. 3 HQ props. 4 of the Maverick ESCs, 30 amps. Some stickers, multimeter, and the Stingy frame coupon code. All right, let's do some cost analysis, see if it's worth it. All right, so without further ado, let's get this chart up there because I ran the numbers. Let's talk about it. Boom. So let's go through this line by line. The first line, HQ props, always a welcome addition to, you know, spare parts. Personally, I go through props a lot. I do a lot of crashes, and I love having a couple or actually 3 sets of props on hand, ready to go when I need them. So works out great getting those. Now the next thing is this multimeter that came in the box. Now, is this a high-end, super amazing multimeter that you're going to use to calibrate your chargers and stuff with? No, obviously not. But what this is a great multimeter that you could put in your bag as a spare parts, or if you don't own a multimeter, now you have one. Why do you need a multimeter? It makes working on your quad so much easier because you can use it to see, you know, is something shorting out, using the continuity. You can check voltages. You can see if things are connected. There's a lot you can do with a multimeter. It can even help out with is when you plug in your battery, if your quad doesn't turn on, it's like, well, where's the power going? Where's the disconnect? In fact, one of my users had an issue with that, and they were hooking up the battery, and I was helping them out, trying to figure out where the problem lay, and they didn't have a multimeter. And I said, if you had a multimeter, if you get one, we can see where the power is and where it stops, and where it stops, that's where your brake is, and then you can fix that point. So the fact that there's one in here, even though it's a cheap one, it's still great for in the field, or if you don't own one at all, something's better than nothing. So that's why I was really excited that this was included in the box. All right, so these ESCs, I checked them out. They look pretty sweet, actually. They're 30 amp, so that's really awesome. They're the BL-Heli32, so they're a 32-bit processor on them, and they're really cool. The thing, I actually opened one of them up, and I was looking at it. It has a couple extra pins on there for telemetry, but I'm not used to the way it's labeled. It actually says on it, it has an RX and a TX pin on them, on the ESC. What's also nice, it does come half pre-wired, so you do have your power cables and your signal wire pre-wired, and then you just attach your motor wires to the ESC. But there are 2 pins for telemetry, and it's basically a TX and an RX pin. Now, usually I'm used to the telemetries being just a single pin that you run around and you connect and all that fun stuff with BL-Heli32. We're not going to get into that. That's not for this video. But what's neat is it has a TX and an RX. So my guess is it's maybe for like KISS or something along those lines that you can use these with. I'm not sure yet. I didn't go digging deep into depths with it. But the fact that that feature's even on the ESC is really cool in my book. The t-shirt, I mean, come on, how do you not like a Stinger Swarm t-shirt? I mean, it's pretty cool. It's got a nice blue color to it. I mean, you know, I love it. It's pretty cool. Lastly, this thing. This is actually a really cool device. Here's what it's for. This is primarily for Android users, straight up. What this does is it's an OTG, which I don't remember what it stands for, but it basically lets you hook up USB devices to your phone. Normally you need to use an OTG cable or an OTG converter or things along those lines. Well, that's what this acts as. When you use this little port on the side and you plug this into your phone and then you plug a device using a normal USB port into this, it turns it into an OTG device. And if your phone supports that as an Android device, it'll let you hook it up. Now, what's cool about that is there's actually some Android apps that let you program or at least look at the Betaflight settings on your quad. So with this little device, you plug this into your Android, you plug a USB cable into here, you plug the other end of that USB cable into your quad, and there's some apps that actually let you interface from your phone to your quad to do PID tuning and settings and stuff with Betaflight through the app on the phone. So that's pretty cool. The other thing it does have a micro SD card reader. So if you have, let's say, a RunCam split, or you're using your DVR on your goggles or something and you have a micro SD card, or you're running a GoPro, you can pop those SD cards out of those devices, plug it into here, and load it directly up into your phone and save the footage there so you can view it or whatever you want to do with it. So that's kind of a cool feature too. And then it also has USB Type-C because there are some Android devices that are USB-C instead of the old-fashioned regular micro USBs that you have to pull out with your nail, and then you can plug that into your phone as such. So this is a pretty cool device. I mean, obviously I'm not, you know, I have an iPhone, so this doesn't really do anything for me. I can't do anything with this, but my cousin Lorenzo does have a Android device. So I probably will be giving this to him so that he can enjoy and use it, because he was actually wanting a card reader, and his phone, I think, does have the USB Type-C on it, so he'll be able to fully enjoy the properties of this unit. But that's what this does. So if you have an Android phone, this is a really cool thing for us quad users, because you can hook up your quad to it, you can hook up your memory cards to it, and, you know, I mean, does it work? I don't know. I don't have an Android. Whoa! Yeah. Enough about this, but that's what this does. It's a pretty cool device. Relatively cheap, too. So now let's talk about the costs in this box. And if you look at the costs, Quadbox is killing it, man. Like, the value over is really good for this box. I mean, I'm excited about the box. I'm excited about the ESCs. They're pretty cool. I'm excited about the contents, and the value is there, because if you look, the ESCs alone, they're like pretty much the cost of the box. Now, obviously that's not counting the shipping, but if I bought the ESCs by themselves, I'd have to have them shipped. So it's like I bought 4 ESCs and got everything else you see for free, which is a pretty big deal. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, Quadbox is really knocking it out of the park here. So now that we have both the drone drop and the quad box for the month of July, let's do our final comparison. So those of you who are new to the channel, we actually compare the running total since I started subscribing, who's offering the most value. And here's your running total. Things I flag in green, oh, and I know I didn't mention this, but earlier, for those who are new to the channel, something was flagged in yellow on the price lists for the cost analysis. It just means that it's the same price both retail and in China. And the reason is because, like, for example, the Stingy shirt, which is flagged in yellow, it's because if you want a Stingy shirt, you're getting the Stingy shirt. You can't find a cheaper version of the Stingy shirt. So it's the same price in both columns, but I flag it in yellow just to let you know, hey, it's the same price either way. Now, back to this. I flag things in green to say that they have the top number. And if you notice, all the boxes for Quadbox are all labeled in green. Why? Because since February, they've provided the most value over the cost of what I put into it. So this is taking how much I've spent on the boxes and how much those boxes are worth total from February of this year to now July of this year. And you can see Quadbox is kicking butt. And again, full disclosure, I don't get this provided to me for free. I pay for it just like you pay for it. I reach into my pocket, pull out my credit card, and I am a normal subscriber just like anyone else. I am not paid to say this. I am not given anything free to say this. This is my own impression of the product, and I feel like the stuff inside Quadbox is amazing because the value is huge. So ultimately, I think that between drone drop and Quadbox, I've been having a lot better value from Quadbox, and if I had to pick one to subscribe to personally right now, I think I'd pretty much pick the Quadbox because I feel like I'm getting a lot more value for my dollar. And really that's what's important, is, at least to me, is I like the idea of getting mystery items from random places, but I have value and I'm getting my dollar's worth plus some. That's the whole point, and that's why I'm loving the Quadbox. Hope I was able to help you out, and hope you enjoyed checking out what's inside here and going along with me on this journey. And I hope maybe that cost analysis that I do each time helped you out a little bit. So as always, my name is Tronage. Fly strong. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, you really should subscribe. I'm always posting new content. If you'd like to help support the channel and get access to giveaways, raffles, and other exclusive benefits, consider joining the Tronage family on the Patreon page. Here's some videos that you might be interested in. This is the latest one that I posted, and this one I think you might just like. Go check them out.